been involved with horses most of my life, and I hadn't really been exposed to a lot of neglect, but there was a beautiful grey mare came through, and she was just in an appalling state. Such a sweet soft eye, and she was hanging her head on the ground, skin and bone, and she sold for $50 and went to the knackery, and I kind of thought then that that was pretty wrong, and even though she might have been an old horse, she deserved a little bit better than that. So I went and bought her from the dogger man that was going to take her to the knackery. She was a beautiful horse to ride, and then we rehomed her, and it kind of started from there. So I got another horse that was in a similar state, and then another, and then another. I think the most satisfying thing is knowing that we've made a difference. To conquer a battle where we're told that you'll never fix that. That can't work, that's not possible. Chop its head off. To get past those things, and you guys saw this morning with a horse that we've only just had in the first time it's been handled, we were told to chop its head off, and there's nothing wrong with that horse. It's going to be a spectacular saddle horse, so yeah, that's rewarding for us. Routine for us is we get up at about 5ish and we'll feed. So I'll feed all my own horses, and then depending on what roster I'm on, I'll feed some of the rescues. Some of those horses are here too, some are at other paddocks. So I'll do that whole routine, and that could take me 2 or 3 hours in the morning. I'll go to work and I'll do a little job, and I'll teach a TAFE. And at the end of the day it might take me another 2 or 3 hours to do all that in reverse. And that's just on that's a Monday to Friday basis. So I would probably have about 5 hours to myself over a weekend. The rest of the time is spent with the animals, yeah. And that's not 5 hours I really choose to take to myself, because I much prefer to spend it with the horses.
Six horses were actually abandoned on a property. The gentleman had passed away and the family didn't want the horses anymore, so I was coming on to give a helping hand, and pretty much from there on in stuck with it. And I do a lot of the photography, help look after marketing and all that with Joe. Amazing with horses, yeah. I'm in awe when I see her handling horses. Just sitting back and watching Jo, and she won't let anyone come in with the horse unless she knows they are safe, and so she'll do all the groundwork, and then once she knows that maybe the horse is going to be okay for one of us, then we'll come in and do a bit as well. But she reads them really well. She's kind, she's gentle, but she's firm when she needs to be as well.
Look, we do a lot of fundraisers, and we've got a team of volunteers of about 10, roughly, that are consistent volunteers. We have other people that help for different individual events. So we do spend a lot of our own personal time raising money, but that's really hard because then that takes away from the time that we spend with the horses and the time we need to spend with the horses. So it often comes out of our own pocket. There's always a shortfall, and that money will just come out of our own pocket. They're all treated like they're our own anyway, so however many we have at the time, various volunteers will take them into their own homes and keep them and rehabilitate them at home. We have a big paddock that we use, which is our base paddock, that a lot of the horses are kept, and we have a roster shift there, and everyone manages that. But from a financial perspective, we just do what we need to do. So if it has to come out of my pocket, that's where it comes out of.
Money is always a big thing, but to keep us rescuing horses, it is a funding thing that we really do require the funding.
Probably say money, we want money, and yeah, everybody wants money to continue to survive, but what we want is awareness. We want people to spread the word, because for us it's about the things that take pressure off us would be having somebody to come and shovel the manure this morning, or somebody to come and do the feeds, or somebody who's experienced to handle to come and help us 1 or 2 days a week, somebody that can build to help us build shelters. So it, you know, while money makes the world turn, and certainly, you know, we could buy those things with money handouts, it's just about, you know, spreading the word and hoping that somewhere along the line that comes back to us tenfold. I think the most satisfying thing is knowing that we've made a difference, not to the world, but to that one horse, and seeing that difference, seeing that pony go to Pony Club with its new rider, seeing it in a home where it's loved and looked after, and we know that it's never going to want for food again, and we know that it's never going to be cold and skinny and starving in a paddock somewhere.